Hello, it's Theo from Theo's Tech Tips, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install Windows apps on an M1 Mac. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is open up a web browser, and we're going to download Porting Kit, and this is the app that we're going to use Windows apps. We are going to drag the Porting Kit app into the Applications folder. So now we're going to click on Continue. We're going to click Agree. We're going to check the Downloads folder option. We're going to click Continue. We could click Continue. I'm going to change mine to the Applications folder. We're going to click OK. And we're going to click on Library. So we have two options here. We can install an app that someone has created a pre-wrapper for, or we can make a custom port. So I'm going to go through both methods. So the first app I'm going to install is Notepad++, and this does have a pre-created wrapper. So we're going to click Download. We're going to click this Install button. We're going to click Next, 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 Install. And one thing to remember is that some apps require an exe from the official website, but some apps like Notepad++ will download it by itself. If you're downloading a paid game, it's most likely that you'll have to import your own copy of the game. So here we are in the installer for Notepad++. We're going to choose our language, and we're going to click Next, Agree. And it's important to make sure that you leave the executable where it is. So we're going to click Next, Next, Install. And we are going to not run Notepad++ to give the installer time to finish. The installation was successful, so we could click Close. And now we can run Notepad++. So we can either just click Play, or we can just go to our Applications folder, and here it is. So we can now navigate around the UI, create documents, whatever. And yeah, so that is our first Windows application installed on Mac. So next I'm going to show you how to create a custom port. This will work most of the time, but there are no guarantees. So I'm going to demonstrate using VLC, which is cross-platform, so there's no point in porting this over to Mac, but I'm just going to use it as an example. And once we have our installer file, it's very important that it's a dedicated installer rather than the portable version of apps. But once we have our exe, we can click on New Custom Port. We can enter the name of our app, and it's going to basically give us a GUI that's pretty similar to what we used before. So we're going to click Next. We're just going to leave the engine as default. We are not using any of these dependencies. So we could click Next. We could click Next. We could click Install, and then we need to choose the exe file that we downloaded. And here we are inside the exe that we downloaded, so we could click OK, and we're going to run the setup as if we were on Windows. And once again, we are going to uncheck Run VLC, because we don't want it to run while the installer is still going. So we could click Finish, and we can choose the file that the installer installed, but we can click OK, and then we can click Close. And here is our custom wrapper over here. There are quite a couple options that we can do. We can right click and click on Properties. And here we can change the font, and this is important for screens with Retina because it will look pretty awful if you don't have this turned on. And we could of course change the icon from this wineskin icon to whatever image we want. And let's run this. So I'm going to click Play, and here we are in VLC. So we can open some media, and here's our video. You might want to resize it so you can actually see the video. But yeah, that's all we need. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'm Theo from Theo's Tech Tips, and I'll see you next time. Bye.